Let's go through a short process of model testing to make sure that everything here is functioning well. Of course, we have the advantage of using an existing model, although we have modified it and we believe we've fully tested the additions to that model. Let's go ahead and go through what we have here. Of course, one of the prime things we can do is to create values that we can do the calculations in our head. So let's go ahead and fire 23 workers to get down to 10. And within a month or two, let's go ahead and add 90 workers. That will certainly give us multiples we can deal with. Certainly, the regular hours available seem to be working. We can see the scale increase of a multiple of 10 here. Certainly, that seems realistic based off our workers available multiplying by 10. Same thing's happening with production capacity. Now again, we've already tested the production plan, but we can go ahead and put in numbers here and double check these, and you can see again that 115 minus 145 would not be realistic. We would be at a negative 30. Not likely. One thing we do need to test though is our regular time wages, and again we should see the multiple of 10 showing up here in month 3, and we again can take ourselves back down if we want to check this on the outside of this model. We can see the hiring costs only showing up in month 3. This is clearly a little more difficult to calculate, so let's go ahead and hire temporarily 100 to give us the correct multiple here. And the same thing can be true in layoff in month 1 or month 2 and so on. We should see a clear multiple of what's in the parameter value. Again, raw materials have already been tested, but again, with 100 in the first month, we can see again the multiple of the raw material value showing up correctly. And we should be able to do that pretty much in any month. Our holding costs here you can see are negative, which is true because we have negative inventory, which of course is impossible. So we've already tested this once, but let's go ahead and build, for example, 140, which would take us to 10 units. 10 times 585 would give us the 5850. And in fact, if we didn't want to create or type over the decision cells and simply create values that we can test these, we can temporarily type 10s over our ending inventory to see in fact if this is consistent. Always remember the undo button though when you're typing over formulas. That is a critical error. Double check yourself if necessary. I would also again check that your cost summary is all included in the total cost. And that was a copied formula, hence we would expect it to be okay in every cell. And then finally your 6-month production cost does include all of the 6 months in the total cost area. So in effect, all of these seem to be working. It's probably more critical that you test these, of course, as you put in the formulas. But it's nice to do a dry run through the model prior to making any use of it to make sure that the formulas are in fact correct.